With cooler months ahead and of course all of us living such busy lives, it's really great comfort to know that you can now come home to a meal that's already prepared and on its way just for you.
Goldair Wonder Chef Soup Maker is your own little personal chef at home for soups, smoothies, sauces and so much more.
Yes Shop now brings you a great kitchen tool that has 7 functions, allowing you to do so much in your kitchen, including taking veggies straight out of the fridge and into your soup maker for scrumptious soup and so much more.
It is so convenient and easy to use with just a simple push of a button. It does it all for you. And what is more, it comes with this wonderful instruction manual, which also has all these wonderful, luxurious recipes that we are going to be making for you today.
And it's got a couple of little accessories to help you along. We'll explain this later on, but this is a steaming plate and you can do so much more than just steam with it, and it even comes with its own cleaning tools. Now that's pretty cool because once you're hanging around blades, you want to make sure that things are nice and safe. But look, let's show them how this actually works.
Well, the lid is a wonderful safety mechanism too, and it's got all sorts of little beeps to let you know what you need to do. Now it's quite simple, it clicks on quite solid. There's a little lock sign here which locks into place to keep things safe. Now your soup maker will not go unless it's locked safely in place. That is for your safety. It's also got a little removable bit here, so if you want to smell the aroma of the soup and then add more spices and things to it, you can do it without disturbing the cooking process.
That's a great idea because then you can personalise it to your own taste rather than just following a recipe, crossing your fingers and hoping for luck.
And the taste of all the different people in your family.
Yeah, exactly.
Fussy people in your family.
Exactly. So once you've taken your lid off, you'll notice that you get this cool little guy. Now what he is a little central colander to assist you in different consistencies with your soup. We'll explain a little bit more about that as we go along, but this guy is going to save a lot of time and also make you a little bit more of a creative chef.
And if you have a look at the jug here, which at the bottom, if we look at the wonderful Goldair ActiBlend, it's the same as the Goldair ActiBlend little blender at the bottom. Now that is wonderful steel, it's strong, it can cut through all those things you want to put in your soup, and it creates a wonderful texture with very little fuss, and super easy to clean as well. You just run this under the tap, wipe it out with a cloth, and you are good to go.
So once you've started building your ingredients in and you put all your accessories together, then of course you're good to go. So that means, how simple is it to use? Well look, I really don't kid you when I say it's as easy as the touch of 1 and then 2 buttons. Look at this. You come down to the front and you start with the red button, which is the start button. You actually push that first and then you select the option that you want. Either, do you want a chunky soup? What about a smooth soup? What about you want to steam or boil like a broth? And then of course, if you come home and you want to reheat it, perfect option, especially when you've got lots of people coming and going in your home. And then of course down the bottom here, we've got a couple of other functions. We can do beautiful smoothies, and then we're going to do the blending option. We can show you a bit of that today as well. Or what about if you've done the chunky soup and then you've changed your mind, Karen, and you've gone, oh, hang on a minute, I actually need to make that a little bit finer. You can pulse it to the consistency that you like.
Or maybe you've got a little baby in the house.
Oh yeah, you can make baby food in this.
You can, and you can also pulse it to make it a nicer consistency for the little ones. So why don't we make something?
We're going to make something.
Petra's our whiz of the kitchen. What are we making?
Okay, so pumpkin and chickpea soup. Not only is this such a great healthy sauce, but it is going to be a beautiful soup. So some chickpeas in the inside and some on the outside.
And that's the beauty of it. Now $119 is all you're going to pay for this wonderful Wonder Chef Goldair. $119. The recommended retail was $199, but it is becoming a habit here at Yes Shop. We don't just like to undercut by $10. We like to blitz prices and bring you real quality and value for everyday life.
Exactly. Now, if you guys have been watching how I'm distributing the vegetables, I'm putting some around the outside and some around the inner area. This is because I'm going to do a chunky soup. So everything that's inside the colander is going to be concentrated with the blades and blitzed finer. Everything on the outside is going to be left chunkier. Therefore, I've got a really multi-textured soup, and I'm going to please a lot more people in the family.
It makes it an interesting texture, doesn't it? And then you can add all those other wonderful things. Now, a lot of these ingredients are in this wonderful little recipe book that you get with this. So you can add any recipe to this, your favourite old grandma grandma's recipe in here, but you do get those recipes to get you started, and that gets the ball rolling, and then you can have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and actually it is often your grandma's recipes that you do follow, hey? Now you'll notice I put the water in right up to the top mark, which is called Soup Max, okay? Now that's because I've got a lot of chunky vegetables. They're gonna soak up a lot of the liquid, so I'm gonna go all the way to the top. Now, one thing that I really like to do is, we talked about earlier on, is to actually personalise the flavours. So first of all, I'm gonna lock my lid on, listen for that click, get the arrows to match up, okay? Make sure that, hang on, I didn't hear that little click. Ah, there we go, that's better. Got that on. And all my arrows are lined up, so I'm now going to turn it on, and as I smell the aromas, I'm going to add in my coriander, my cumin, and also I've got a little bit of cinnamon in there. Sorry, nutmeg, not cinnamon,
So
nutmeg.
you can add your stuff on the inside,
Yeah,
too, can't you?
yeah. So here we go. We're going to push the start button. 1. Then I want chunky soup, so I'm going to push it away. And that's actually just going to start boiling. Now, don't be alarmed at first. You might not hear anything to start straight away, but it will slowly start to boil, a bit like when you turn a kettle on and you start to hear it build. And then please don't get a shock.
Here she goes.
Here she goes. You can hear it starting to boil. And it will randomly pulse and move the vegetables around to encourage even cooking and consistency. So don't get a fright, because I did.
It knows what you need. Now, do you need to add those there while
I might do, yeah, you do that,
Okay.
and I'll add a little bit in, because I know what I like.
I
Yeah.
know, exactly. Make it the perfect secret recipe. Now, this here is your smooth consistency soup. Now, we've done you a wonderful blue cheese and broccoli soup that come in your recipe book. But let's say you've got someone in your family who doesn't actually wants it maybe a little bit finer. You can quite simply push the pulse button, and you can pulse the soup further, making it as smooth and as fine a texture that suits you. And then when you are ready, it's just as simple as popping the soup off, and then away you go. Look at that.
Look at that steam coming off.
Oh, that is divine.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, this has been going for about 30 minutes, so this is already... Now, it's a great... You can even reheat with these.
Wow.
So look at that. So it's a great way to have something and then reheat it. You know, maybe set it going when you get home and then have it ready when you're ready for dinner. I've got to try that. I'm going to put a little dollop of butter.
Oh, look, why not? Why
we're all
not?
about, you know, restaurant quality around here, Petra.
And like Karen was saying, you know, this is such a great way of getting the soups to the consistency that you
delicious.
like. But what about using up vegetables that are just lying around in the fridge? You guys can save money by saying, right, those vegetables perhaps are not quite right for a roast. They're starting to get past their time. Bung them in here, put the liquid in, and forget about it. You can walk away. How many times can you do that? Or can you say
more.
that you can do that on a... Oh, you can have some more. That,
is
you know,
so
you
good.
can't do that on a stovetop. All right, so we're done. We're going to get chunky.
I'm thinking, great if you're maybe on weight management, if you're watching what you're eating.
Yeah, don't put the butter in there.
Well, maybe not. But this is so delicious. It really is satisfying.
Okay.
It really is satisfying.
That is
Okay,
gorgeous.
that is
This
gorgeous.
might be more closer to where you're going. This is a bit more of a broth style. Why don't we, I think that's pretty, looking like it's boiling away. Shall we
Let's
turn
turn
that
that
off?
off and we'll get our ladle and get scooping.
All right.
Right, so we take, look at that wonderful steam there. Pull her off the base. She's yelling at me now because I've got her on
You've
the base.
interrupted me halfway through my cycle.
Okay, I'll hold the bowl and you
Okay.
the ladle. Look at that.
Oh.
And again, this is another recipe that comes, it's a little seafood Asian noodle, and it comes with your recipe book.
This is gorgeous.
Struggling with our
I'm
noodles there.
struggling with my noodles,
Just
but
scoop her
bear,
out,
bear
baby.
with me, Karen.
$119 at sensational value. $199. It's a very popular product. The Wonder Chef brand from Goldair. I mean, Goldair is synonymous with New Zealand. We love our quality Goldair. And it was $199, but no more. We bring it to you at $119.
Oh, my goodness.
Think about your winter soups. It is divine, isn't it?
It is, it's got that beautiful kick at the back. Now, we had that on. We could actually walk away and do other jobs in the house. This thinks for itself. It's called the Wonder Chef for a reason. It's a little chef at home.
It is.
It's a beautiful way of making soups, whether we've done chunky, noodle, fine, but it's not just about soups, guys. This is an all year round beautiful tool in the kitchen because you can make healthy smoothies.
Oh, so right now, I just couldn't wait any longer. I have to get into my smoothie. Now, who doesn't love a smoothie? Again, this recipe comes with your Gold Air soup maker, your old Wonder Chef.
Bit of ice cream.
Bit of ice cream. Oh, look, let's put the whole lot in.
Oh my God, I'll put the berries
White
in.
scrimp it there.
Okay,
some yogurt.
mixed fruits.
See, look, it's a family affair. You can have the kids help you.
Yeah.
It's like having one of my little darlings in the kitchen helping me, darling.
This is like the forest berries, I think they call it, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
so delicious.
It is so delicious. Now, you've got the smoothie function at the front
Okay,
there.
I'll grab that.
Sweet.
So turn it on. And then the smoothies down the bottom here. Here we go. Oh my, this is so exciting.
And it is so quick and easy, $119, and it's not just a soup maker, it is so much more. The versatility of this product, the reheat, the pulsing, the soup you can make, chunky, smooth, you name it, and smoothies to boot. Is that ready now?
I love it,
Can I
yes.
get into it?
Get in there, get in there. Now,
Okay.
that's how simple it is. If you want to turn that into a whole food, you could add in some protein powder, but this is a great way to get your 5+ a day in with the kids. It's really super quick and fast and a lot easier to use than a lot of other blenders. So this is quite family friendly. Do I get to try this one? Oh, you're going to try it.
I'm sorry, you can try it next segment.
Oh, okay.
That is delicious.
Okay, it's not just smoothies though. I've got
No.
something to show you, Karen. You always tease me about my Italian background because we do a lot of cooking. It's always about food in our family. So with this, I need a fine sauce. I'm going to take the colander out. So pop that to one side. Can I get you to hold that
Yes,
for me,
darling.
Angel Face? So I'll pop a little bit of raw onion in here, like so. Now, the reason why I would do this is because if I come home late at night, I can just take a pasta sauce out of the fridge, or I can freeze batches, and that's really helpful for mums who are, you know, really full on and busy. Add my liquid in for me. You're a beautiful girl. Yep, there we go.
Sous chef.
And, yeah, you are my sous chef. We could be like Hudson and Hall.
Oh, that's so us.
Now, hang on. I didn't hear the clicks. I'm going to do it again. Ah, there we go. That's better. Did I get that on,
There
Karen?
it
I'm
is.
not very tall.
That's it, honey.
All right, so here we go. Push the button here, and I'm going to blitz. Now, where am I? Pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep pulsing until I'm happy. That's looking really good.
That is looking fantastic.
Okay, now what I would do from here is actually tip this into, say, like little sealer bags, like our food keeper bags, and I would freeze them and take out portions, and I've got a Napolitana sauce ready to go at any time.
Well, we have a wonderful hot chocolate here. Now, this is fantastic because you can also make delicious hot chocolate. It comes up with the most decadent flavour possible. Now, you can even add, or most decadent recipe in your little book, you can even add your little bits of chocolate to the top.
Now, Karen, I'm going to go and get a cup because there's only
only
one
one
cup
for you.
there. Hang on a minute, there's two of us, you cheeky little thing.
Oh, but come on. It's a big enough mug, all for me. So you can add that chocolate in there. Now, that smoothie was divine. I'm still getting over the broccoli and cheese soup because that was delicious. So I've added my chocolate in there and it bubbles through. And then you simply, better turn her off so I don't upset her.
Oh yeah, good idea. And that also allows you to make sure that it's safe for you and the kids.
Oh,
Always
Lord.
beeps if the lid's not on properly. It'll beep if it's not connected properly. It will beep if it's had an overspill. This thinks for you. It will always look after you to make sure you don't make any mistakes. It's so simple.
This is a great treat for the kids before you go to bed. I mean, look at that, darling. Look, throw in some marshmallows there.
All right.
In you go. Make it completely decadent. Why
Yeah.
not go all out? Throw more chocolate. I love your style.
I know. Cheers, here's to
Cheers,
us.
babes. That's divine. Right, $119.
Oh my goodness, that is really, really good. Hang on.
That is good. So cheers, baby, to this beautiful, most decadent
Oh,
chocolate ever.
that is so good.
So this is the Gold Air, $119. We've made hot chocolate, we've made sauces, we've made smoothies. What else have we made, Petra?
Oh, look, we can do chunky soups, fine soups, noodle soups. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. This is the amazing Wonder Chef Gold Air Soup Maker. It's $119 exclusive price to your shop, and you need to get one of these into your house, even if it's just for the blinking
I
hot
tell
chocolate.
you what, at $119, if all you made was hot chocolate, this is worth it. Yesshop.co.nz. I'm addicted. This is divine.
Yeah. Hey,
Don't
now
live
stay
without it.
tuned because this little lady is almost done, and we'll reveal it in the next segment.
This is
Cheers.
divine.
I love it. talking about the Gold Air Soup Maker, Karen and I are very excited to bring this to you because we're looking at cooler months coming up. But all of us, yes you, all of us live busy lives and we want to make it just that little bit easier.
It is. It's a wonderful, decadent treat for everybody. It's fabulous. Maybe there's been a lot of, it's all the rage at the moment about weight loss and soup and getting the nutrition and the mins and the bits into you. But it's a nutritious meal. And if you missed us in the first segment, I tried this soup and take it from me. You get the recipes in your little book that comes with it. And they are decadent.
Yeah. Now, our friends at Gold Air, they really drove home to us, Karen, that although as Kiwis, our way of being is not to read the manual. Really do. Sit down, read the manual, make a cup of tea. It is worthwhile because you'll get so much more out of this machine for your money by reading the manual, because trust me, it does so many things, but there's a couple of little tricks. And once you've learnt the tricks, you can make so many cool things. Now, it's only $119. To me, I think that is incredible value. Normally retails at $199, but it's a special price right here at Yes Shop.
Now we've got our chunky soup here, which we've made in the first segment, which is just sort of boiling away, and it's going through the process at the moment. Sometimes it blitzes, sometimes it boils, but it knows what it's doing. With a simple push of one button, you can walk away and leave it alone. Yeah. And we shoved all sorts of yummy things in there, didn't we?
I did all sorts of things. I put some pumpkin, some chickpeas, and of course I put my water. You can use stock, a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter, and all my favourite special spices. Now this top little nozzle here, once I've smelt it and I think it needs a bit more, I can personalise it and add some more spices into the top. Oh, look at that steam. She's ready to go, I can tell you that.
She is.
And what have you got over here, my love?
Well, we also made this wonderful smooth soup. So if you don't like a chunky soup, or maybe you do like a chunky, you can start off with chunky, and then by simply using this little pulse button down here, you can pulse your soup and you can make it as smooth as you like. And if you like it really smooth, maybe you've got somebody that doesn't like that texture, or a little one, a baby in the house, then you can use this to pulse it up and make it to a beautiful consistency. And then it's even got a reheat function there, so if you get home and you're not quite ready for your soup yet, you can just reheat it when you want and you're good to go. Now look at that.
It smells good, Karen.
Do you want to try it? This is actually blue cheese and broccoli, and I tried it in the first segment and I absolutely fell in love with it. And to be completely honest with you, I'm generally not a soup person.
Oh, that just slipped right through. It's so silky smooth.
I normally find it doesn't fill me up, but I could eat that. I could eat that soup till the cows come home. It is delicious. 100.
Wow.
I know. It's yummy. And that recipe
That's really creamy.
And it's so easy because even for someone like me that's never made soup before, to be completely honest, you just quite simply put all the ingredients in and then hit the button, whether it's chunky, whether it's smooth, whatever you want. You hit the button and away she goes and you get that wonderful soup. Once you've played around with your ingredients that you get with it and your manual, you can then have some fun with any ingredients
This is a great way of starting. So you get a couple of recipes just to get you kick-started, and then you can really go crazy and creative from there. Now, there's so many other things that the soup maker can do. It's called the soup maker, but it's not just soup that it does.
It's not just soup.
What have we got, Karen?
Before over here, using this particular unit, we made some delicious Asian noodle soup. It's a bit of a seafood soup in there. Again, that recipe is in your book. But now we have eggs to the boil. Now, by my calculation, we've got about 7 minutes. Okay. Because this takes from start to go, you can put 4 eggs in there, and it takes 15 minutes from the minute you put in cool water. You don't even put in hot water. You don't even have to boil the water first, which you do have to do on the stove. That's right. And you put it in with cool water, your 4 little eggs on top. Now, have you got that? Over there, we can show the people the little
yes, I do. So this comes in your bundle, and it's a great accessory that they've provided here, and you can do the eggs, but of course you can also use it as a steaming basket.
For veggies.
And you know something that I actually really like doing is using this for my aubergine or for my capsicums. Makes it easy to peel the skin away, and then I can roast it or I can blitz it for sauces.
It's a wonderful idea.
Really good little trick.
But the other thing I thought, if you want to put 4 boiled eggs into a pot and boil them on the stove, what happens? They bang together, they split, the egg white comes out,
Yeah.
looks horrendous.
It does.
You don't get that with this function. It holds them all separate. It doesn't let them have
That's
a
such a
fight
great
in
tip.
there.
I love it. All right, so
should we
while the eggs are boiling away,
Let's
let's
look at
talk
this.
about that healthy thing that you were talking about. Now, this is smoothies, right? And it is such a big craze. It's great for breakfast, but it's also really good on a hot summer's day, or even just to make sure that you can get your fruit and veggie into your kids. Now, this is such a great function as part of the Wonder Chef soup maker, and that is such a great value at only $119.
$119?
Yeah, if you're already blown away, then don't muck around. Just jump online, talk to one of our team, 0800 55 2233.
Or yesshop.co.nz. Goldie is a fabulous brand and we absolutely love Goldie in our Kiwi homes. Well, this is something that you are going to want to seriously add to your kitchen.
Now,
because-
you got to try this
I
last
know,
time, so
I
I
was
reckon.
mean. I
yeah,
jumped the
she
gun.
just jumped straight in there, honestly. Crikey. I
So,
love berries.
I
so.
said in the break, because this is delicious, again, the recipe's there. I said in the break to
Just
Petra,
while you're pouring it for me, I'm just going to check on my soup. 1 second, guys.
if you walk away, I am going to drink this. You are going to be missing out. This is delicious. I won't be mean. She's doing a good job over there with the soup. Try that, hun.
All right, darling.
This is
we go.
divine. It's really good.
Ooh.
It's divine, isn't it? This recipe's in there. You can do any smoothie you want,
Oh, that's-
but I must say, start
Honestly,
with this
that's
one.
really fresh. Like, you know how sometimes when you have to do all different ingredients that are frozen? This is amazing. This is really
It's
good.
beautiful, and it makes it the right consistency. Like with a lot of blenders and things, you either it's too chunky or it's too smooth. Or
Yeah.
This is perfect. It does it all for you, and it turns off when it's ready. $119.
Okay,
Crazy.
now this is something that I got really excited about because I love to make my own pasta sauces instead of spending all that money at the supermarket paying for somebody else's recipe when my nonna has the best recipe. Of
course.
So I put in here some fresh tomatoes, some canned tomatoes, some basil, some garlic, some onion, a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, blitz it up, and then you can make individual servings, freeze them, keep half in the fridge for the week. It's really great for the kids as well because how hard is it to do some noodles and then the kids just add their fresh pasta sauce. It's a much healthier snack when they come home from school instead of snacking on heavy bread or things like that. So this is a great way. You smell how fresh
I know,
that is.
I just smelled it before. It is
Absolutely gorgeous.
divine. It is so fresh. It's like those top restaurants that you walk into, those cafes that make everything from scratch.
That is beautiful. Napolitana sauce the proper way and really, really, really fresh. So okay.
What we're talking about here is Goldie Wonder Chef Soup Maker. And the name Soup Maker is only a small part, a huge
Yeah.
part, but a small part of what this does. There are 7 features, from reheating to a pulse setting, to making your sauces, to making the delicious perfect fruit smoothie, your chunky soups, your smooth soups, and even boil your eggs, and all with these little buttons down here, steam veggies, you name it, with the touch of a button. As Petra said before, there's 2 buttons to push. One is the start button, and then choose your function and walk away.
Walk away. Now, just so that you guys get excited about this, it's easy to assemble, it's easy to clean, so it's literally run under the tap and we provide you with a scrubbing brush that gets into that careful blade. But it's so simple, it really has you in mind, and the only time it beeps at you is when it's unhappy. Basically, beep, 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 check the lid. Oh, the lid wasn't on tight enough. Right, thank you for reminding me. Or beep, 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 there's been an overspill because you left the room and you might have put too much liquid in.
Yes,
It
yeah.
helps you, it looks after you, and this is just brilliant. But hey, what about a bit of romance?
I tell you what, Petra and I have fallen in love with this
Not literally.
feature.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
just with
okay.
the hot chocolate.
We just have brought us even closer together. We've both found that we think we're now addicted to this. We had our first cup before in the first segment.
Yeah.
I've just hit the reheat button. It's already
And we told
bubbling
our
away.
producer, we're like, we think we need to show our viewers the hot chocolate again.
Yeah, we think we need another one.
Yes.
I know they think we're crazy enough as it is without giving us any more chocolate and sugar, but you know, why not?
Why not?
They can't control us.
Yeah, all right. Pour away, baby. I'm on standby with the
You
marshmallows.
get it in there. This is so good. Where's my spoon? Because I want to get my, there we go.
Your frothy
my froth
bits.
in there.
All right.
So this is great for the kids because not only do you get that beautiful hot chocolate, but you get the froth. It's like going
Ooh.
to look at that.
I need to go to a
top
cafe.
I know. Why waste your time when you can? It's even nicer. I've had, to be honest,
That
I've
is
had some hot
so
chocolates
good.
at cafes, but this is nicer.
Yeah.
It really.
So, if you
the
think
nicest.
about it, Karen, wouldn't you agree that our viewers are sitting there going, okay, so this little amazing guy makes hot chocolates, sauces, smoothies, soups, purees, baby food. It can do fine soups, chunky soups. It can steam vegetables. It can boil eggs. And this is a 7-in-1 function that takes up hardly any space for $119.
Yum. I'm going to get a moustache, a chocolate
Perfect.
moustache, but
Okay.
it's worth it. Shall we have a look at the eggs quickly? Because I think now it's telling me it's ready.
And I think my soup's ready. So you get your eggs ready. I'll get my soup ready.
Get your soup ready. We'll meet somewhere in the middle.
We'll meet somewhere in the middle.
We're going to have a feast tonight.
Oh.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so I'll just take that off there. Now, look, see, it's wonderful that they haven't broken. They haven't smashed against each other. I'll take that out there without, let me get a spoon because I'll probably drop that knowing me. I'm clumsy at the best of times. So I've got the wee egg out there. Look, this is so, oh look, my egg cup's too big for my egg. Okay, so that's a problem, isn't it?
You've got farmhouse eggs, Karen.
Yeah, my chickens don't lay even eggs. But look, isn't this a wonderful thing to do for you? Let me get a bigger egg and show you, because I've got to show you the actual egg there. I've got a bigger egg here, here we go. So the consistency of that, I'll get my wee spoon. Where is it gone? My knife. Okay, can't find my knife, so let's use a spoon. Look at this. Oh, that is perfect. So if you like your hard-boiled eggs, it tells you in your book, your hard-boiled egg there, about 15 minutes from start to finish. You're about bang on 15 minutes, and if you like a softer egg, you go down from there. So everything to suit everyone in your family, no matter what they like with their eggs. That's a great little treat. You can put 4 eggs in at once, walk away and leave it. They don't smash against each other. Delish. What have you got over there?
Okay, so my chunky soup has finished. It is boiled away beautifully. The pieces of pumpkin are so soft to the bite.
Oh, yum.
And the chickpeas I put half inside and half outside. The chickpeas are almost soft and they'll just collapse in your mouth, perfectly beautifully cooked. And the taste, just go in there with your...
Does it go nicely with
get
chocolate?
the aromas. I love it. Well, probably I probably wouldn't taste any, babe, with the chocolate. All right, she's going to give it a go.
That's delicious.
Hey, look, this is the Wonder Chef Gold Air. We are impressed. You are going to love it at home. Jump online, yesshop.co.nz, or ring straight through to our Kiwi-based team, 0800 55 2233. It's Gold Air, one of New Zealand's most trusted brands, and this is such an awesome machine. We are blowing away. It's $119.
Recommended retail $199, and I tell you what, if all it did was make hot chocolate, it's worth $199. But it's $119. This is fantastic. You
I
get
love
all
it.
those features.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
going to be spoilt for choice.
Get one now. It's
All you
awesome.
need.
Soup maker. Cheers, Karen.
Cheers, darling.